everyone, how you doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by to check out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to be unboxing and checking out the Bighorn wood pellet pizza oven. Now these pizza ovens have become all the rage, mainly because you can heat these things up to around 650, 750 degrees, and you can cook pizzas in under 2 minutes. And I guess, it's kind of a fun thing you can do with family and friends, make your own pizza crust, stick them in here. This one's kind of cool because it uses pellets. So if you got a pellet smoker, yeah, you can use those kind of pellets. It also has the ability to turn it into an electric pizza oven if you wanted to cook inside, as well as put an adapter on it for using propane. So this thing's pretty versatile. And you can cook things other than pizza, steaks, chops, fish, burgers. I mean, when it gets that intense in the heat, it would be a great way to kind of sear up a steak, especially if you sous vide it. Anyway, we're gonna open a box, I'm gonna put it together, and more importantly, I'm gonna cook a pizza. So stick around, guys. I'm gonna show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, let's open up the box and see what's going on in here. Full disclosure, Bighorn Outdoors did send me this pizza oven free of charge to do a review for you guys. I'll leave the link down below, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion. So if I don't like it, or there's things about it I don't like, I'm going to be honest with you. That was my agreement with them. I've been looking forward to this because it's been so bitter cold. I got this probably a month ago, and it's just been sitting in the garage because the temperatures, the week I got it, were literally 20, 30 degrees below zero, and I certainly didn't want to stand out there even for 90 seconds to 2 minutes to cook a pizza, and I wanted to give this pizza oven a fair shot. I didn't know if those extreme temperatures would alter the final product. So, alright, user manual here. Let me just get everything out of the box. I'll set it up on the counter here, kind of show you all the pieces, so I don't have to bore you with that. I'll be back in a minute. All right, everything's out of the box. It was very well packed. We had some styrofoam keeping everything in place. Everything was wrapped in plastic as well. So this is the pizza stove. This is the oven itself. Kind of give you a quick look inside. You see where the flames are going to come out at the end. And then we got these various components here. Even came with a pizza cutter. So I'm not going to bore you with putting it together. It looks pretty simplistic. I think all I need is a Phillips screwdriver to kind of loosen a couple screws here and then reattach them. So let me just quickly get this assembled, and then we'll kind of just take a look at everything, and then later on we'll cook a pizza. All right, all put together. I mean, literally 5 minutes, guys. Everything, you had to screw the handle in. There's the pizza stone inside. The legs on the bottom here are foldable. So the cool thing about this is very portable. Since you can take it camping, fold that up. The stack just kind of slides in. You just kind of rotate it like that so you can remove it and slide it in the oven when you're going to transport it. Up on the top here, it's got this little thing here to prevent the flames from kind of shooting out, just in case. And then you have a little thing here they give you, which is for scooping pellets, but also to extinguish the fire. Kind of closes everything off. So, let me go to the back side here and kind of show you this. Let's slide this back in there first. Let me show you this here. So here's the back side. So here is where you're going to put the pellets. Well, actually, here's where the pellets burn. They give you this little handle here because obviously when this is going, it's going to be super hot. So what they say you should do, fill this up with pellets. You can either use a torch to light it up or put like a little fire starter, they say in the front here. Give it 5-6 minutes to get going. You're going to slide it in there. And then what you want to do, also this top part uses the same tool here to kind of open up. And this is where you pour in all your pellets and fill it up to the top. So it's kind of feeding it gravity style as the pellets burn. You might say, well, where do the ashes go? Well, down here at the bottom, and also Here's a little ashtray. So they say if you're going to be running this, say you're making multiple pizzas and you're going to have this thing going for a half hour or more, they recommend that you just remove some of the ashes so everything burns cleanly. So that's about it. I mean, it looks pretty simplistic. This thing's supposed to heat up to around 650 degrees to 750 degrees. Cook a pizza in around 90 seconds to 2 minutes. What they recommend doing so first is to heat this thing up for around a half hour. Bring it up to super hot temperature, kind of burn off all the oils and stuff in production before you actually use it to eat. So I didn't even realize this. I saw this on Amazon. They make pellets specifically for pizza ovens. So I bought a little bag here. I figure why not? I'm going to use regular pellets for the initial burn-in because I have a big bag of it. This is a smaller bag. I want to save that for when I'm actually cooking pizzas. Now, eventually I'll be doing my own homemade pizzas. These are pre-made pizzas, but they're fresh. This is from a company called Papa Murphy's. I know they're a chain. I think they're pretty much all over the country. And you buy these and yeah, you just stick them in the oven. They're pre-made. So I'm hoping these are going to cook all right in this thing. I know they recommend obviously making your own dough and doing the whole thing, but I'm just going to be lazy today and see how these Papa Murphy pizzas work. But anyway, I'll put those back in the fridge. I'll meet you guys outside. We'll get this thing fired up. We'll let it go for a half hour. Get it nice and hot. Do that initial burn-in. Then it'll be ready to go for later tonight for dinner. Alright, so I have it out in front of the house here on a stainless steel table. I filled this up with pellets. I kind of peeled off one of these fire starters. I don't think a full one is necessary. We just want to get this stuff going. So I would have preferred to use my little torch, but the little propane tank is empty. So I'm just going to let that go for probably 5 minutes. Just make sure all those pellets are burning. Yeah. We'll be back shortly. Alright, it's been around 5 minutes. I'm going to slide it in here. Now I'm going to pour some pellets in here. Make sure that hopper is full. Alright, let's pour some pellets in here. Alright, we'll close that up. Now I'm just going to give it maybe 10 minutes. I'll come check on it. Just want to make sure this fire catches here, so be back in a few. Alright guys, it's been 40 minutes. I came out after 20 minutes and the amount of smoke coming out of this was crazy. It wasn't hot. It's been another 20 minutes. I think what I didn't have those pellets heated up to temp. So let's take a look here. One thing I noticed, and I don't know, it is cold today. Like I said, I've been waiting. Okay, we're going to go down and see. There's a little bit of liquid, but I think that might be due to... Let's see here. Now, let me take it off so you guys can see. Right. You can see the flame here. This is what we want. Got a little bit of liquid. Maybe it was the condensation because it's so cold here and it took like 40 minutes to heat up. But let's see what the temp is of this right now. 348. So we're not quite there yet. See if I can go in the back. There's 419. Okay, so we're at around 400 degrees, and you're not supposed to keep this cover off too long. Let's check the hopper. See how that's doing here. Oh, my instinct was just to grab it, but just in case. Okay, it's gone down. Not much. Maybe an inch. Alright. Let's give it another 15, 20 minutes. I'll come back out, see how it's doing. But you can see here, the smoke is just very minimal. In fact, you can see a little bit of flame. Alright, guys. We'll let it go. Guys, I let it go. I can tell it's definitely heated up because the color here is changing. Let's take a look inside, see how things are going. All right. I don't see any flame. Things have mellowed out. Let me grab my gun. We'll see what temperature this is. Let me just put this down. Let's do a quick reading. 822 degrees. Okay. See in the back? 854. Let's see right here in the front. 746. All right. This thing's heated up very nice. This looks like perfect right here for cooking pizza. I don't know necessarily if I want flames, you know, burning the crust. But wow. All right. I'm just going to let these pellets kind of burn out. We'll let it cool down. Let's just see how we're looking at here. Oh boy, look at that. All right. Yeah, this is about spent. This is where you'd add more pellets, but look at that. That looks pretty cool. All right, guys, we'll let it go. I'll just let it burn itself out. All right, this has burned down. It's cool to the touch. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, you see there, we got some ash. I'll throw that out. We got the little tray underneath. Well, let me grab it with this thing. All right, hardly any ash in that. All right, guys, besides emptying this out, what I'm going to do now, get some paper towels. I'm just going to wipe everything down, get all that residue out, and then, yeah, we'll be ready to cook our pizzas. All right, here we go. Look at that. Flame is going crazy. I've restarted it with the oak pizza pellets. Let's look in here. Oh, man. That thing is blaring hot. Let's take a look at how hot it is. All right, let's see here. 909 degrees. Woo! 912. 927. So, yeah, this thing is blaring hot. Let me go grab the pizza. We'll come back. I can tell why this is only going to take 90 seconds. Yeah. Be back in a minute. We'll try to slide it off the pizza peel. Get in there. Cover on it. Whoops. We'll give it like 20, 25 seconds. Pull it out. Let's see if I can just turn it the old-fashioned way. Slide in. Give another 15, 20 seconds. All right, let's see. Around another 20 seconds. I think the secret is to have a pizza peel and another object here to help you kind of rotate it. You see it's getting crusty there. All right, let's turn it around a little bit. There we go. Give it another 20 seconds or so. We'll keep rotating it. Let's check it out here. Let's see if we can turn this a little bit. There we go. All right. Another 20, 30 seconds. I think we'll be done. All right. I think we're done. It's been a couple minutes. Oh, yeah, guys. Woo! Look at this wonderful pizza. All right, guys. I will meet you guys inside. Okay, here we are. Pepperoni came out pretty good. Nice and crispy crust. The hardest part is getting off that pizza peel when you're using fresh dough. I got the cheese over here, letting it cool down. Slice into this, give it a taste in just a second. All right, here's the pizza. The pepperoni, at least, that one was my second one. That came out a little bit better. Like I said, the hardest part was just getting that crust to kind of slide off that pizza peel. So I try to put some flour on there, but I don't know. But anyway, let me slice this into some pieces. Oh boy, they kind of a little misshaped. All right, be back in a second, guys. All right, so here's the pizza from the Bighorn Pellet Pizza Oven. Let's grab a piece here. All right, and look, I know I'm supposed to make my own dough and stuff. I kind of cheated a little bit. But look, the pizza doesn't look bad. Thing is, when you do make the pizza with these pizza ovens, you get a little bit of brown and black where the dough kind of crisps up. But that's fine. Sometimes you get some bubbles if the dough is overproofed. All right, guys, let's give it a taste. Well, that's good. I do have to say the crust has a little bit of a different consistency compared to just sticking it in the oven, you know? It's crisp. That's good. I'm definitely going to play around with this pizza oven. I'm going to make some fresh dough, make a homemade pizza, cook the whole thing from beginning to end, scratch. And who doesn't love a good pizza? Oh, I like this. It definitely tastes better than cooking in the oven. I can't say it tastes a smoke flavor, but I can tell by the flavor and the crispness of the crust that it's not like a regular stick it in a 400-degree oven. It definitely has a different consistency, little air pockets in the dough. So overall, guys, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with that Bighorn pellet pizza oven. You know, my first time. I'm not an expert. I don't have any experience cooking pizza this way. And like I said, I cheated. I got the pre-made pizza, which they actually recommend that you don't get. They recommend you make your own dough. So next time, I'll make a future video coming up here where I'll make my own dough, do it the traditional way. I was just lazy today. I just wanted to put it together, season it, cook my first pizza. And you can certainly do a piece like this. Like I said, the hardest thing was just getting it off the pizza peel. That's very flavorful. As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by and watching my video. If you like the video, hit the like button. The logo here on my shirt is the logo on the bottom of the screen. Please click on that. It allows you to subscribe to my channel. Really helps my channel grow. I'd really appreciate if you would do that. And I'll leave a link above and below to my website, ericsmokingbarbecue.com. That's where I have all my video recipes, photos, ingredient list, the whole bit. Go check that out. And yeah, for an inexpensive pizza oven powered by pellets, and like I said, you can upgrade it to be propane powered, or you can get it electric powered for using inside. I have to say, so far I was pretty impressed with this. First time, but I will definitely cook future videos with some kind of creative pizzas in the future. Now, who doesn't love pizza? Again, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time.